KJFM Radio, Eagle 102. Area high school softball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM Radio app. Now to the diamond for high school softball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And good afternoon from Silex High School. Maddie Ingram, Mark Bronick in with you this afternoon for Eagle 102 Sports. And Mark, this is going to be a good one. It'll be a fantastic EMO conference matchup, and it'll be Elsberry versus Silex here this afternoon.
And this one has definite implications on the conference, the EMO conference, as these ball clubs, well, Silex is out of it. They have to play spoiler today. Elsberry 9-0, and if Silex can pull off the upset, it could cost them the outright Elsberry, the outright EMO championship.
Yes, at that point they would be sharing the conference championship with Bowling Green, that is, and so we'll see exactly how this game matches up. We'll talk more in the pregame show next on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by West End Financial Services, Brown's Auto Body, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, infant through adult immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Maddie Ingram, Mark Bronick in with you this afternoon. And Mark, as we've already mentioned, this is a big EMO conference match to wrap up the regular season, as Elsberry is 9-0 this year, and so they're looking to stay undefeated so they can be outright conference champions. So we could possibly see a conference championship celebration this afternoon. But Silex is somebody that can swing the bat, and they're going to put the pressure on, as this is never an easy game for either team.
No, this has been a trap game for Elsberry in seasons past. They've had chances for outright conference championships that have been spoiled late in the season. But this Elsberry team, 21-3, and they do it different than anyone else in the area. This is definitely an opportunistic team. A lot of one-run ball games. They don't score a lot, but they pitch and field really well. And when it comes down to it late in the game, they're due for a big hit.
Yeah, and we kind of talked a little bit off air the other day. They're just one of those very clutch teams. Whenever they need a hit, they're going to be the ones to find it. And so that's going to be something that Silex is going to have to keep in mind today. If they're looking to pull off the upset, they're going to have to be strong through all 7 innings, which can be tough, especially against a tough opponent.
And Silex, they're loose today. Their warm-up, very loose, wasn't very organized. They were throwing the ball around, kicking it around, but they didn't seem to care. They're the team with no pressure today, and they like to swing the bat, they like to hit the ball, and they like to hit the ball hard.
Yeah, they do, and so that puts a lot of pressure on defense to make the plays. So Elsberry is going to have their work cut out for them today here at Silex High School. We'll talk more in the keys to the game next on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House and Ameriprise Financial Advisor Tamra Schurter.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
And Mark, some of our keys to the game, obviously, as you already mentioned, is Silex really doesn't have a lot of pressure today.
No.
But, they're one of those teams that does like to play loose. They like to go out there. They like to have fun. They're going to have to hit the ball hard. And so, Addison Steele is a pitcher that throws the ball in a different way, right? She's going to get those ground balls, those pop-ups. She's going to get her strikeouts. And so what are some things that Silex is going to have to focus on today?
Finding the soft spots, finding those gaps in the infield. Like you said, she's Addison's a ground ball pitcher, so you're going to have to not rely on those gappers that you've been hitting all season or home runs that you've been cranking out of the ballpark. You're going to have to dink and dunk and find the weak spots in the defense, which are hard because Elsberry's pretty good defensively.
They are, and so one of the other things that Silex is going to have to focus on is moving and playing through the 7 innings worth of game today. So sometimes we see them kind of maybe the wheels fall off the bus in the 6th or the 7th inning, and so they're going to have to play strong through the 7 if they're going to want to get through this game. But Elsberry has had some issues as of late, and so they're going to have to string some hits together and make those plays defensively to also defend that title.
Did I see that it's National Coaches Day today?
It is.
So who loves their coach more? That's the big key to the game.
The key to the game. How much do you actually love your coach? We'll be back with starting lineups next on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by West End Financial Services, Brown's Auto Body, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
Hi, this is Amy at Community State Bank of Missouri. Did you know we offer health savings accounts? If you have a high-deductible health plan, you may qualify for a health savings account. HSAs are designed to help you save your money to help pay your deductible. Talk to your employer about our health savings account and let them know you want to keep your money right here at home. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green Clopton and the Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Bowie General Services of Farber is ready to help you with all your lawn and landscaping needs. Or maybe you are needing firewood. They offer that as well. Bowie General Services is your reliable contractor in Audrain, Pike, and the surrounding counties.
Hi, this is Dalton Bowie. Give us a call today for a free quote on your next project or to schedule lawn maintenance. 573-470-5354. Or visit our Facebook page, Bowie General Services.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, Visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
We are getting ready to do starting lineups here, and guess what? We're going to do starting lineups as well. Anna Talbot is leading off for the Elsberry Lady Indians. She'll be playing left field wearing number 1. Maya Plasterer in the 2-hole. She'll be playing shortstop today. Addison Steele, your pitcher for the Elsberry Lady Indians, is batting 3rd. Mackenzie Gladney in the cleanup spot. She is your catcher today. Kenzie Koch is at 3rd base. Katie Talbot in center field. Bentley Letson in right field. Taylor Mooney at 1st base. And then rounding out the Elsberry Lady Indians lineup, it's Ashlyn Javot. She's your designated player. Playing 2nd base today, it's Jillian Reller. So that is your lineup. It goes Talbot, Plaster, Steele, Gladney, Koch, Talbot, Letson, Mooney, and then Javot. Set the defense for the Silex Lady Owls. It's Sarah Weatherford in center field, Rita Thurman batting 2nd, and at 2nd base, Maddie Hall is playing 1st base in the 3-hole today. Carly Ellis is your pitcher for Silex today. She will be in the 4-hole. Abigail Mooney at shortstop. In the 6-hole, it's Tori Mudd. She'll also be playing 3rd base. Sarah Gradicke is your catcher. Taya Williams will be playing left field, and then rounding out the lineup for the Silex Lady Owls, it's Haley Grindelwald. She'll be playing right field. So it's Weatherford, Thurman, Hall, Ellis, Mooney, Mudd, Gradicke, Williams, and Grindelwald for Silex as they get ready to continue with the starting lineups here. And Mark, what are some things that, we're really looking for out of this game? We've had a lot of close games this season. You've seen a lot of those 1-0 games. Both of these teams have been known to come out and actually hit the ball and score some runs. So we're probably looking for a little bit higher scoring of runs this afternoon.
That's what Silex would like. They would like this to be a high-scoring game, but I think Addison Steele, she wants to keep this at 1-0, 2-1.
Yeah.
She wants this to be a normal Elsberry game like they've had all season where they're comfortable. Silex wants to get them out of that comfort zone.
Yes, and so Silex is obviously one of those teams that they're going to put the ball over the fence. They're going to hit the ball hard, and so that's something that may be difficult for the Elsberry Lady Indians today, but it's something to keep in mind as we may see that long ball, which we haven't got to see a lot of this season. It's been the year of the pitcher, and so you're playing one of the toughest pitchers in the conference, and this will really show exactly how tough your offense is.
Just to talk about Silex for a second, Carly Ellis, physically she looks a lot like Taylor Howard.
She does.
The same look that we've had for the last 5 years now. But what have you seen out of her? You've seen a couple of Silex games that differentiates her from Howard.
Yes, so she has a lot of speed, but she's going to spin the ball towards the top and the bottom of the zone, whereas we normally see it left to right. But we're going to get ready for the national anthem here. We'll have softball next on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House and Ameriprise Financial Advisor Tamra Scherter.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
As temperatures fall, CD rates are rising at People's Savings Bank. With flexible terms from 4 months to 24 months, get more for your money with annual percentage yields as high as 3.82%. Stop in at any of our 11 locations, including right here in Bowling Green, to open a high-interest rate CD. Or check us out online at ourpsb.com. People's Savings Bank. Member FDIC. Quoted APY based on a 4-month term with a minimum $1,000 deposit to open or obtain stated APY. Terms and conditions may change. Ask for details.
Follow Area High School Sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
And we have some warm-up pitching music that fits the Major League Baseball scene, I think.
Do we have to go to black and white on our YouTube channel right now as Ellis warms up? It's the Mets closers theme song.
It is. Timmy Trumpet, I believe, is who it is. But it was a great warm-up song for a pitcher. Right? You could see everybody on the field kind of giggling a little bit. Maybe it was the first time that's played this year, but it was definitely a good one. We're getting ready for softball here as Gradicke is just thrown down and going over that Elsberry lineup again. It'll be Talbot, Plaster, Steele, Gladney, Koch, Talbot, Letson, Mooney, and Javot for the Elsberry Lady Indians. But starting things off, it'll be Anna Talbot, as we have a couple of those sisters and things on the Elsberry Lady Indians lineup. So it's always good to differentiate. But Anna Talbot starting off, she'll play left field today. She wears number 1 and bats from the right side.
I can't believe we're already a few days away, less than a week from district softball.
Yes, we've definitely moved through the regular season as the strike is taken on the outside corner of the plate. It's Ellis out there throwing to Talbot, but it seems to go by so quickly. It is one of the shorter seasons that we do have, but district ball up next. Just out of the strike zone, 1-1.
Little bit high, just above the letters to Talbot.
Ellis to Talbot. The 1-1 pitch, it's a ball.
Low and inside.
2-1.
We'll be here quite a bit next week as Silex is the host of their Class 1 District 7 tournament, along with Clopton, Community, and Van Far.
Beautiful curveball on the outside corner of the plate from Ellis. Now 2-2, so she got herself back in this one. Yeah, so second year in a row that Silex has hosted their district on this nice field and facility. It's a good place to have a district tournament. And this one is a high fly ball to left field. Running over to make the catch near the foul pole, it's Taya Williams. So that is out number 1.
Nice running grab. Actually caught it in foul territory or right on the line. And the first out of this ball game. And we were expecting a lot of ground balls from Silex. I think some fly balls from Elsberry are going to be in the mix as well today. Elsberry is going to be at Monroe City for districts. They're the 3 seed in that tournament.
It is a very tough district. You have Highland and a couple of other big teams in there as ball number 1 to Maya Plaster.
It's going to be very hard for Elsberry to continue that string of district titles, but don't count them out.
No. As we mentioned, they are one of those clutch teams. This one is high, and it gets just out of play. It's a long strike there for Ellis.
Dropped just about a foot over the screen, just short of the Elsberry dugout on the third base side.
1-1 to Plaster. She's had a couple of big hits this season come through. She's played shortstop and pitched, and she hits this one to left field. Taya Williams is getting some work already. She makes the catch.
That's the hardest spot to field at this time of day.
Yes.
Looking right into the sun, but Taya's done a good job with those first 2, and you don't see a lot of lefties hit fly balls to left field, but Taya stuck with it and made the catch.
Brings in Addison Steele, senior for Elsberry. She's your pitcher today. She takes ball number 1 on the inside.
That one just kind of tailed off, a little spin down toward the feet of Addison Steele.
Steele digs back in. The 1-0 pitch on the outside corner of the plate. She's painting her corners today. 1-1.
She gets so low to the ground, Ellis does.
Yes. You have, there's some different forms that you're going to see out of the pitchers here in the EMO conference. And this one is hit to the third baseman, Tori Mudd, in the air. And they will go down 1-2-3. We are headed to the home half of the first inning here at Silex High School. You're listening to Area High School Softball on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by West End Financial Services, Brown's Auto Body, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Addison Steele doing her warm-up pitches as it's the home half of the first here at Silex High School. There's no score. Went 1-2-3. It was Talbot, Plaster, Steele for Elsberry. But let's go ahead and go over that lineup again for the Silex Lady Owls. It'll be Weatherford, Thurman, Hall, Ellis, Mooney, Mudd, Gradicke, Williams, and Grindelwald. So leading things off, it'll be left-handed Sarah Weatherford.
Weatherford, the center fielder, wears number 10 on the back of that Silex green jersey. Kind of a throwback look for Silex.
Yes, they wear those, and then they also have like a black dry fit top that you'll see them wearing quite a bit, which a lot of teams have kind of opted to those dry fit tops as like an alternate jersey because jerseys can be expensive.
Oh, yeah.
So if you can, get by with wearing a different color and a different jersey, and it's just a dry fit, they'll go for it. Sarah Weatherford at the plate. She squares bunt and pulls it back. Taking for a ball in the outside corner. Not a bad pitch from Steele.
Yeah, we were talking about jersey prices before that pink out game between Bowling Green and Clopton.
This one is hit to the third baseman, hops over her glove. Kind of coming up with it a little late was Plaster. So it was hit to Kinsey Koch, and it was hit hard and fast. Went right over the glove. Maya Plaster picked it up, but Sarah Weatherford is safe at first base.
Those were our keys to the game. Find the soft spots. Koch usually pretty sound, but that one pops off the top of her glove. Slows it down enough that the leadoff hitter is on in Weatherford.
Strike number 1 to Rita Thurman, who flashes bunt and pulls it back.
Silex just has so much team speed.
They do.
They're going to scratch out some infield hits and take an extra base.
This one is bunted foul. 0-2.
Yeah, she was reaching for that one on that high rise to the outside.
Runner on first base is Sarah Weatherford. This one is poked to the third baseman, Koch, but she makes the catch. Going back to the bag is Sarah Weatherford.
I think the infield fly may have been called, but you can never be too careful, and Sarah Weatherford got back in plenty of time.
Brings in Maddie Hall, who's had quite a few over the fence this year. She's got some power. She bats from the left side. You have a lot of left-handed batters, and you have a lot of speed when you look at Silex.
Mm-hmm.
The 1-0 pitch. This one is fouled back towards us, but hits the net. Thank you, net.
That one, she just missed. She was looking for that 212 sign in center field.
She has quick hands. That's what I like to see from her. And, she turns her hands and her hips pretty quickly, and that's when you see those balls go over the fence. That one's outside.
It looks like Addison has a plan for Maddie Hall.
Up in the zone.
Up and away.
2-1 pitch. This one's fouled.
Yeah, she's on it, though. Addison makes any sort of mistake, that's a 2-0 game. Hall,
2-2.
She may be one of the most dangerous hitters in the area this year.
She is. She's definitely stepped up and found her role. Normally she had played outfield for the last few years, but found her spot at first base, and she's really just kind of settled in. 3-2. This one is a long shot to center field, and it gets down, and it's off the wall. Weatherford is around the bases, and, man, she's going to come in to score. And that is how Silex will get on the board. It was a long shot from Maddie Hall. She was looking for that 212. Well, she nearly cleared it. Double to the wall.
And Silex with a 1-0 lead. Weatherford comes in on the RBI double by Hall, and we said she was on it. That was a rope.
There was really nothing that Katie Talbot could do with that. Just over her head. She was kind of burnt before the ball even came her way.
Yeah, turn and go get it. That's what she could do.
The 0-1 pitch to Tori Mudd.
Ooh, that one actually ended up on the white line in the left-hand batter's box, but I think it did cross as a strike, and it's no 0-2 count.
0-2 to Tori Mudd. Big swing on a curveball, and that is a strikeout. So that is the second out of the inning, and we have a runner at second base for Silex.
So Ellis retired.
She takes strike number 1 on the outside corner.
Mooney, the batter here with 2 outs. Excuse me. Yeah, 2 outs. They only have 1 on the board here in the stadium.
That one's in the dirt. Maddie Hall may have found herself in some trouble closely there. Mackenzie Gladney has an arm. She's like the one that no one wants to run on. She's going to make people retreat back to the bag. This one is hit to center field. Moving over to make the catch, it's Talbot. And Silex scores 1 run here in the home half of the first inning. We're headed to the second inning here on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House and Ameriprise Financial Advisor Tamra Scherter.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
And it's 1-0 here at Silex High School as the Silex Lady Owls were able to get on the board from a double from Maddie Hall. And that was a shot, Mark. And we had talked about how on time she was. And definitely that makes an impact whenever, you're going through the rest of the lineup for the rest of the game.
Forget what we said. Silex would be just fine with a 1-0 ball game now. They would love to keep it right where it is. But Elsberry, they just have those opportunistic bats, and this isn't going to end up 1-0.
No, they do not. Number 16, Mackenzie Gladney is at the plate for Elsberry.
Gladney, Koch, and Katie Talbot. The first 3, if anyone gets on, Lutzen will bat.
The 1-0 pitch. That was taken for a strike on the outside corner. Mr. Ed Martinson has a zone that's calling the corners today.
He usually does.
Yep.
He wants the batter swinging the bat.
This one is hit to left field. Having to come in is Taya Williams. She lets it drop in front of her. It's a single for Gladney.
First hit, first base runner for Elsberry, and that one just found that hole. Nothing that Taya Williams could do about it.
And she was playing pretty far back and trying to shield herself from the sun.
She's been busy out there here in the early going.
This one's taken for a strike on the inside to Kenzie Koch, who had that ball that skipped over her glove in the bottom half of the first inning.
Ended up coming around to score. Set up way inside.
This one is grounded hard but foul.
That's all you're going to do with a pitch like that.
It's kind of a defensive swing. She had to turn as quick as she could.
0-2 the count. Nobody out and a runner at first base.
Koch steps back in. Looked like she tried to go off speed there, but it elevates 1-2.
First time we've seen Gradicke get up ready to throw. She didn't pull the trigger that time as the runner went back to first.
Ellis. This one is chopped foul again, kind of that same pitch that she's trying to get Koch to roll over on and possibly even try to turn a double play. But Kenzie Koch has quite a bit of speed, as we know, so it'd be tough to do.
Hard to turn a double play in softball to begin with. You throw this kind of speed at it, it's even tougher.
And she gets her swinging, and throwing back is Gradicke, and they get her out. Ooh. Gladney was very far off the base, and Gradicke throws down, catches her off guard, and that is a strike him out, throw him out.
That's a rally killer, too. Now instead of a runner on and 1 out, you've got nothing happening and 2 outs. You're still behind a run. Ooh.
Ball on the outside corner of the plate to Talbot.
Yeah, called a ball. That's been a strike today.
more than once.
Yeah, it was right on target, too. That's where they set up.
And a strike on the outside corner, so maybe just a little bit further in that time. And Mr. Martinson says he likes that one. 1-1.
That one broke back across the plate at the end. Easy Ed is kind of blocking your view. I've got a good shot of those outside pitches.
That one's in the dirt and outside. That's a ball.
2-1, 2 outs, base is empty. 1-0 Silex here in the bottom of the top of the second.
That one carries, and it's another ball. 3-1.
Seems like she's being a little bit careful with Katie Talbot.
Talbot digs back in. Ellis, and this one's lined to center field. Weatherford stopping it before it can go any further, and that'll be Talbot at first base. That was kind of one of those pitches that you're hoping that nobody swings at, I think.
Yeah. If you lick your teeth, now they do wear masks, but that one was right back through the box, and Ellis had to get out of the way.
So it'll bring Bentley Letson to the plate.
2 outs and a runner at first.
She takes strike number 1 right down central. Ellis and Gradicke look the runner back.
Good get-ahead fastball there.
This one is grounded through the 5-6 hole, and that is another single. So 2 singles in a row. Runners at first and second base for Elsberry.
2 outs, and it'll bring in Taylor Mooney. I haven't checked on if there's any relation between the Moonies between Elsberry and Silex. I'm sure there has to be, right?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing whenever I was writing down our lineups today. Mooney is a senior. Eva Yasina has called upon her quite a bit this year. She takes ball 1.
Katie Talbot getting a huge secondary lead off second base. She better be careful as Gradicke's already picked off 1 today.
The 1-0 pitch. It's taken for a strike. 1-1. May have crossed Gradicke up a little bit, so sometimes you don't get that call. Even if you're setting up inside and that ball goes outside, well, you missed your spot. If the umpire's being nice, well, sometimes you'll get that call. But either way, 1-1. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Strike 2 taken a little bit up in the zone.
That kind of turns the pressure around from Ellis to Mooney.
The 1-2 pitch. She tries to get her chase in there. 2-2.
Just judging by Carly Ellis's reaction, I think that was a little more up than she wanted it to be.
Yeah, I think so as well. This one is lined to center field. It's going to get down. A run's going to come towards home, and they will score. Runners at first and third, so Talbot comes around to score, and this all happened with 2 outs.
Big 2-out rally, and it's the bottom of the order doing the work so far for the Elsberry Lady Indians, as they've gotten 3 hits in a row from Talbot, Letson, and Mooney, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. And the inning continues. First and third, 2 outs.
So our game is knotted up at 1 apiece here. Taken for a strike to Ashlyn Javot. She's played first base quite a bit this year.
Yeah, she's moved around, kind of a super utility for Levi Yasna.
Taken for a strike on the inside. Now 0-2.
That had good spin on it, low in the zone.
It did, and that's where Ellis is going to have to stay until she wants to elevate and throw that rise. But to get people to chase, she's going to have to stay low. Great curveball. Just missing, though, out of the zone. Not a bad pitch. 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first and third. A run in for Elsberry to tie the game.
Up in the zone, ball 2. It's Mooney at first. And you have Letson at third. Javot in the box for Elsberry. This one's fouled.
Just got a piece.
And they'll do it again. So everybody goes back to their respective positions.
All the pitch calls coming from the Silex dugout. Relayed by the wristbands.
This one is ground and gets under the glove of Rita Thurman. Another run is going to come across the plate for Elsberry. She tried to almost slide on her knees to make that stop, and it just didn't work out for her. Ball gets to the outfield, and the run comes across the plate to score. It'll be Rebecca Prowley going out to talk to her pitcher and her defense. Says there's 2 outs, and they had that momentum killer, or what we thought would be a momentum killer, but not so much anymore.
Yeah, that pickoff at first base, we thought that had ended Elsberry's inning. They come back, and the 6, 7, 8, and 9 hitters all get aboard and turn a 1-0 deficit into a 2-1 lead. Now we're back to the top of the order with 2 outs for Anna Talbot, who hit the ball harder the first time up. It was a nice running grab by Taya Williams to start the ball game. So Silex is flirting with disaster here, top of inning number 2.
As you mentioned, Talbot flied out to left her last at bat, but it was hard hit, so she may be finding her groove here and could knock another run in for Elsberry.
Or 2.
Strike number 1 taken on the inside corner. Talbot kind of takes a step out of the box, but steps right back in.
Ellis has done a good job getting ahead. It's just Elsberry is having really good at-bats, especially with 2 strikes.
2-1. This one's grounded to the third baseman, Tormy Mudd, and she steps on the bag. That's how this inning will end. We are headed to the home half of the second here on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by West End Financial Services, Brown's Auto Body, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
It is 2-1 as Elsberry is leading Silex here at Silex High School. It's the home half of the second inning. So both teams have come out swinging today at the end of the regular season. And it's definitely one of those DMO conference battles that you kind of look forward to. And now we're in a position where Silex is trailing after they got the lead early.
4 hits in that inning and an error for Elsberry to get the 2-1 lead. Silex just with a run on 1 hit. Elsberry has also committed an error.
Tori Mudd, Sarah Gradicke, and Taya Williams are due up for Silex, and ball 1 is taken by Tori Mudd. That ball was high and inside. She kind of moved her head back, close to hitting her. She swings at that one.
Foul tip into the glove of the catcher for Elsberry, Mackenzie Gladney. Elsberry's going to open districts against Clark County, the 6th seed. Elsberry, the 3 seed in that district.
Tori Mudd fouled that one. It's kind of an odd series of events. I think it hit off the shin guard of Gladney, and then to the backstop it went. Needless to say, it's 1-2. And a curveball from Addison Steele. Tori Mudd goes down swinging, and that is another strikeout for Steele today.
Second of the day for Addison Steele. That brings in Gradicke. Kind of had a tough year in the batter's box, but she usually comes alive as the season gets into that postseason mode.
She takes strike 1. This one is hit high, and it's fouled. It's out of play.
Past the Elsberry dugout on the left field side. Pretty good idea there for Steele to go low in the zone on 0-2.
It looked like she tried to throw maybe a rollover drop there and got on top of it, or a curve drop, or whatever you want to call it. And she throws a curveball here. It's foul to go over our heads and the concession stand.
Off the roof. Probably frightened whoever is selling hot dogs today, as they have to call time as Taylor Mooney's shoe came untied at first base. Silex will open their district actually in the semifinals. I don't even know why they call it a semifinal. Van Far, I guess, was supposed to play Wellsville.
Yes.
And they forfeited their season. So Clompton will play Van Far in the early game here, and Silex will play Community. That's the opening round / semifinals of districts.
Gradicke took a ball, now 2-2. This one's fouled, out of play. It's a good little battle here between Gradicke and Steele.
Already at 6 pitches and a 2-2 count. Base is empty, 1 out.
She fouls that one, too. She's on it.
There was no reaction from the two folks directly behind home plate.
Well, I'm assuming they maybe sit there often, so you would hope that there would be less reaction from them if they're sitting there as much as I think that they probably are. 2-2 pitch. This one is lined to left field over the head of Talbot and off the wall. Gradicke's going to get 2 bags at least here, and she's going to stand up for the stand-up double.
Second hard hit ball off of Steele today. It's not something you usually see. And 2 doubles are the only 2 hits. And now Gradicke will be lifted for a courtesy runner.
Really great at bat by Gradicke. She kept fouling him off until she got what she wanted out of that at bat, and she saw what she wanted, and she drove the ball to left field for a double.
Austin Van Horn is the courtesy runner at second base.
As strike number 1 to Taya Williams. Just 1 out, runner at second base for Silex.
Crossed her up there. Swing and a miss.
0-2. Williams digs back in. Steele goes up in the zone. Not a bad idea. As Taya Williams kind of took everything in her to not swing that bad, I think. The 1-2 pitch. This one is a curveball in the outside corner of the plate. It's popped, and it drops in center field, right in no man's land between the shortstop, Maya Plaster, and is that Anna Talbot or Katie Talbot out there? It's Katie Talbot in center field.
And a nice job by Van Horn. She was tagged at second base, tagged up in case the ball was caught. But as soon as it dropped, she took off and was able to get to third base. So runners at the corners with 1 out.
Throwing to second base and cut off by Plaster. Both runners will be safe back at their bags. And second base and third for Silex.
Yeah, used the old double steal decoy there, did Silex. Elsberry faked the throw down, and there was nothing doing with Van Horn.
Bunting in the air to Mooney, and she makes the catch. So runners at second and third, still 2 outs.
Yep. You've got to get that bunt down in that situation.
And luckily there was no
contact.
Well,
she could have taken her out.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but also the runner at third base wasn't going.
Exactly.
That could have been really, really bad for Silex. And this one is hit to center field. It's over the head of Talbot, but she makes the catch, and she's speedy out there. That's Katie Talbot, and that ends the threat. 2-1 here at Silex High School. You're listening to Area High School Softball on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House and Ameriprise Financial Advisor Tamara Scherter.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's the top of the third inning here, and it'll be midway through Silex's lineup as Plaster is due up at the plate, and so it's at a good spot if they're wanting to score runs. It'll be Plaster, Steele, Gladney, and then if they get on, it'll be Koch.
Heart of the order for the Lady Indians.
This one is poked into the left field, right where she needs to be. It's Taya Williams, and that is the first out of the inning.
So odd that the lefty has hit 2 balls to left field today. She's 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts. That catch in center field by Talbot last inning, that ball was beyond her, but she had a good read on it, was able to reach out behind her and haul that in because that was at least 2 runs for Silex.
Taking a strike is Steele.
And I'm sure Addison was appreciative of that catch.
I'm sure that was a great read by Talbot. The 0-1 pitch. Good pitch there from Ellis.
Right on the corner.
That was a pitcher's pitch. It's 0-2. She tries to get Steele to chase, and honestly, that was close enough to the spot that it was, prior to that, where it actually called for a strike.
Yeah, it was a pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
A tough pitch to take. 2-2.
That one wasn't close.
No.
Base is empty, 1 out. 2-1 Elsberry leads here in the top of the third.
Fouled by Steele.
Good job making contact there, and she looks toward the visitors' dugout with a big smile. Coach Yasna is just all over the place, isn't he?
He is. He's not in his coach's box.
He's having fun.
He is. This one fouled back to the screen.
It's National Coaches Day.
Yeah. He has to go talk to all of his players, maybe some fans in the stands, past players, whoever may be out here today.
They've got a full dugout. They dressed 19 for this game.
That's quite a few girls. 2-2 to Steele. This one is hard hit to Tori Mudd at third base, and she makes the stop and makes the throw over to first base. 2 outs.
She's solid over there.
She is.
Good ball player at third for the Silex Lady Owls.
She has that look of a third baseman or a corner position, that is, but I could see her at third base. If I was out there coaching, she would be my third baseman.
Mm-hmm. Good casting.
It's low in the zone, but it's taken for a strike by Gladney.
Gladney got that second inning going. She singled, but then was picked off of first base. And we thought that would be the end of the inning, but no. The bottom of the order picked her up.
A swing from Gladney, 0-2. And she swings at that one, and that is strike 3. We are headed to the bottom of the third inning here at Silex High School. Our score, 2-1. Elsberry leads it. You're listening to Area High School Softball on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by West End Financial Services, Brown's Auto Body, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
2-1 is our score at Silex High School as Elsberry is leading the CMO conference match, but both sides have been hitting the ball, finding some holes today and putting the pressure on pitchers and defense.
Yeah, this even though it's a 2-1 ball game, hasn't quite been the pitcher's duel we thought it would be or could be, as both these teams have multiple hits. Silex, not as many hits, but they've hit the ball harder, and the defenses are working today.
Playing up to their competition, and Elsberry knowing that Silex is going to be a team that scores runs, so they know that they're going to have to score some runs too if they want to come out on top in this ball game.
No pressure on Silex. They're 7-2 in the conference. Don't have a chance for a share of that conference crown. So they're the spoiler today. Elsberry 9-0 in their first 9 conference games this year, and they want that outright EMO championship.
We're already on our second time through the lineup, and it's the number 2 batter Thurlman who fouls that one off. She squared to bunt a little bit too late.
She was looking to drag that along with her down the first base line toward Mooney.
0-1.
Pulled back that time.
Screwball from Madison Steele that didn't sit high enough. She swings at that one, 0-2. Excuse me, 1-2.
Yeah, kind of a half-hearted slap attempt there.
That ball was spinning and had some speed to it. And that was another, it was pretty much the same pitch. Tapped by Thurman, foul.
Even though she's swinging with 2 strikes, she's wanting to get very light contact, it looks like.
Trying to find her way down the first baseline.
Yep, let her legs get her a hit.
She takes that one. Just carries a little bit out of the zone, 2-2.
And Steele's got a really good approach, just staying away.
This one is lined back to Steele. The end of the bat, and is caught.
Yeah, snagged right off the shoelaces.
So Thurman goes down with a line drive to the pitcher, Addison Steele.
Hall could tie this game with 1 swing of the bat.
She fouls this one off and goes back towards some cars. She had the double to center field her last at bat. She's how Silex got their 1 run. This one's up in the zone, and she takes ball number 1.
1-1, base is empty, 1 out.
This one is hit high to the middle infield. Making the catch is Plaster, as she was kind of running backwards, which can be a little bit dangerous, but she makes the catch anyways.
That one just got in on the hands of Maddie Hall, jammed her, pops it out to the middle infield.
Brings in Carly Ellis, and this one is lined down the left field, and it gets past the left fielder, and Ellis is coming around to second base, and she'll be standing up, so that's a stand-up double with 2 outs for Carly Ellis.
3rd double of the day for the Lady Owls, and they'll bring in another courtesy runner for the pitcher, Ellis, and that's going to be number 8, Kenzie James. So James will run for Ellis here with 2 outs. And
Abigail Mooney.
Yeah. Just low.
Takes ball number 1, and as you mentioned, it was low. With 2 outs, let's see what Silex and Elsberry can do here. On the inside corner of the plate, 1-1.
Zone expanding a little bit again.
The 1-1 pitch. This one's lined to center field. It's a single, at least for Mooney. Gets past the center fielder, Talbot, coming around to score.
She's going to try for 3.
And into third base is Abigail Mooney. That was some heads-up base running as she stopped at second base. Saw the ball was not coming where it needed to be, and she decided she was going to go all the way to third. So a run comes around to score. This game is tied.
I'm going to go RBI single and a 2-base error on that. Yeah. That's a ball that Talbot has to keep in front of her, but I don't think it would have affected the current score.
That one's fouled off by Mudd.
She's 0 for 1, a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning to lead off.
This one is lined to right field. Making the catch is Bentley Letson. Straining the runner at third is Silex. So we are headed to the fourth inning here on Eagle 102. It is Silex leading, Silex and Elsberry tied 2-2. You're listening to Area High School Softball on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House and Ameriprise Financial Advisor Tamara Scherter.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, the sweetest fruits of life come from serving others. And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
See me, Tim Jenkins, at 3404 Georgia Street for a free insurance review.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It is the top of the fourth inning here as Elsberry and Silex are knotted up at 2, and we are moving through this game rather quickly as obviously it is already the fourth inning, but it's a good one as both teams have been putting the ball in play and scoring some runs this afternoon.
A lot of action.
At the plate for Elsberry. I believe that is
it's Koch.
Kenzie Koch, yep. She takes strike number 1. This one is lined to left field, and it's going to get past Williams, who's sliding on her knees. So up at second base is Kenzie Koch.
Actually did a really good job stopping the ball, but couldn't gather herself and the ball in to hold Kenzie Koch to a single.
So a runner at second base with no outs.
That's a straight double for Koch. Brings in Katie Talbot.
Both teams have kind of found the line and used it to their advantage today. Runner at second base, no outs. Big swing from Talbot.
On a ball that bounced in the dirt.
That's strike number 1 to the batter.
I think she guessed wrong on that one. 2-2 ball game. Elsberry looking to jump right back ahead.
That one's fouled, hits the net. 0-2. So a good little comeback there from Ellis after giving up that double.
It's that third strike that's been hard to get for her today. Just 2 strikeouts recorded so far for Carly.
That one's out of the zone, hits off the glove of Gradicke, and standing up at third base is Kenzie Koch. So
wild pitch.
That threat increases.
So now a strikeout's even more important here.
The 1-2 pitch.
Outside.
2-2. Stepping back into the box, it's Talbot. It's Katie Talbot, that is. She made a great catch in center field earlier in the game. This one, line foul, but I think that if that would have stayed fair, it could have been out of this ballpark.
It woke up a lot of people, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And the heads jerking to the left.
They'll try 2-2 again. Ellis to Talbot. And off speed, and it was up in the zone, and Talbot goes chasing. And that's the strikeout that they were looking for.
And Ellis has been looking for pretty much all afternoon. Brings in Bentley Lutson. Where's number 9? And batting out of that 7 spot today. She's got a hit today and a run scored.
And that is taken for a strike on the outside corner. It's a beautiful pitch. She keeps painting that corner, and if umpire's going to give it to you, why not stay there?
Yeah. Had good spin.
So it's a strike to Letson. Squaring to bunt is Letson, and it's back to the pitcher, Ellis. Doesn't look at the runner, and they get the runner at first, but coming in to score is Kenzie Koch. So a sacrifice bunt and an RBI.
Sacrifice 1-4, RBI for Letson, and a 3-2 Elsberry lead. 2 outs, base is empty now for Taylor Mooney.
Indians are leading the Owls 3-2 here. But the good news is bases are cleared.
Good news for Silex.
This one is hit to shallow right field. Coming in to make the catch, it's Haley Grinewald, and that is how this inning will end. We're headed to the bottom half of the 4th here. It is 3-2. Elsberry leads Silex. You're listening to Area High School Softball on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by West End Financial Services, Brown's Auto Body, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowie General Services.
We are getting ready to start the bottom half of the 4th inning here at Silex High School. It's Gradicke that is due up for the Lady Owls. It'll be Gradicke, Williams, Grinewald, and then if any of them get on, it'll be Weatherford. And her last at-bat, she hit a line drive to left field, so she had a great at-bat and was able to sit back and get her pitch. This one is fouled and dropping, and so no attempt to be caught.
Yeah, the catcher, Gladney, just never could find it off the bat. It hung up there for a minute. She wasn't getting much help from her fielders. Somebody's got to yell left shoulder.
The 0-1. This one is hit high on the infield. Making the catch is Plaster right over at second base. I don't know that she knew second base was right there, but she makes the catch anyways.
That was a lot like the pop-up that Maddie Hall had. Just got in on the hands. She was looking to drive her second double as well, and a good pitch by Addison Steele to induce that pop-up.
That one's on the outside corner, taken for a strike.
Taya Williams singled her first time up.
This one's fouled back towards us. She's swinging.
3-2 Elsberry here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Silex looking to tie it.
1 out. There's 2 strikes on the batter, Taya Williams. Curveball high and outside and doesn't go chasing as Williams. The 1-2 pitch. And she does a little bit of a check swing, and the umpire tells her she doesn't swing. She thought she did. She thought she was
going to appeal. Yeah, she went.
Yeah. I think she kind of told on herself there.
Yeah.
So.
And that's what Coach Robert James in the first base box just said to the umpire, too. Oops.
That one's kind of chopped by Grinewald and off the glove of Koch. So that's another error today. She's having a little bit of trouble with that hot corner.
Well, that was a very odd hit by Grunewald, as I don't think she meant it was an excuse me swing and turned into kind of a chop bunt.
Yeah. She didn't swing all the way by any means, but we're back at the top of the lineup, and swinging is Weatherford at a ball that carries way out of the zone.
Similar swing from the opposite side of the batter's box.
So runner at first base for the Silex Owls. This one is hit high into almost no man's land, but running back to make the catch is Plaster. 3-2 is our score here at Silex High School. We are headed to the top of the 5th innings. Mark Fronick will tell you all about it when we come back right here on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House and Ameriprise Financial Advisor Tamra Schurter.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, Keolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
3-2, Elsberry leads as we head to the 5th inning here at Silex High School. Elsberry wins. They win the outright EMO Conference Championship. If Silex can spoil that, they'll have to share it with Bowling Green. It'll be 9-1 and 2 hitters for Elsberry as Javot takes a strike to lead off this top of the 5th. Javot, then Anna Talbot and Maya Plaster. Been a rough day for these pitchers, even though it's just a 3-2 ball game. There's a strike taken by Javot, who reached on an error her first time up.
They've definitely been challenged today and going to have to use all of their pitches to try to trick these batters, because most of the people that have been getting on have been line drives or very hard hits.
1-2 after that one missed outside. And the next two, Javot on the corner. Strike 3 called. That's our first called strikeout, I think, all week.
Yeah. Most of them people are going down swinging.
So Javot retired, and that brings us back to Anna Talbot at the top of the order. Player straightaway, in infield and outfield, maybe a little deep there in left as she flew out to left to start the game. There's a little respect out there in the outfield, and this one is jacked to left. It's deep, and it is gone. A home run for Anna Talbot over the 212 sign, over the knothole gang out there watching from beyond the left field fence, and in to score to make it 4-2 is Talbot with a home run.
And that was just a fantastic swing there from Talbot. As her first at bat, she hit that ball deep, and Taya Williams was able to go back and make the catch, and she just timed it up right from Carly Ellis and was able to unload on that. And that's a home run, and over-the-fence home run that we've seen. We've seen a lot of in-the-park ones, but that over-the-fence home run from Talbot is definitely something that Elsberry needed here in this game.
Yeah, it gives them a little breathing room, a little insurance here as we get into the later going of this ball game, and it brings in Maya Plaster. She is 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts to left field and takes a strike to start at bat number 3. That could be all that Elsberry needs. Ellis delivers, and another looping line drive to that left side. This one's grabbed by the shortstop, Abigail Mooney, for the second out.
She read that ball super well. It was dying, and it was trying to find a hole, but she was able to make the catch over there and help her pitcher out. Now 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning.
And Steele will be the batter. Addison also 0 for 2, a line out and a ground out to third base. And this one, again, to third base. Up with it is Tori Mudd. Throw across in time. A quick inning, but another run on the board for Elsberry. The home run by Anna Talbot. It makes it a 4-2 ball game as we head to the home half of the 5th on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by West End Financial Services, Brown's Auto Body, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
West End Financial Services in Louisiana will tell you, of course money isn't everything, but it certainly is something. No matter how you feel about it, it's impossible to get along without it. You may not need extra funds now, but if it happens to you, remember solving money problems is West End Financial Services business. West End Financial Services offers check cashing and short-term loans along with Western Union. Open Monday to Thursday 10 to 5, Fridays 10 to 6, and Saturday 10 to 2. Locally owned and operated West End Financial Services in Louisiana off Georgia Street.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Bottom of the fifth here at Silex High School. It's the Elsberry Lady Indians leading the Silex Lady Owls 4-2. And it'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Lady Owls as Thurman will look to get on ahead of Maddie Hall, trailing by a pair. That is Rita Thurman's job. Put the ball in play and beat it out.
Yes, in her last at-bat, she tried to do just that, but she ended up hitting a line drive to the pitcher, Addison Steele. It's kind of one of those soft line drives, kind of dying. It was a great spinning pitch.
This one butted in front of the plate, and they're going to call a dead ball as the bat came out and hit it. So Rita will have to come back. Now they're going to talk about it to see if she's actually out or if it's just a dead ball strike.
So I guess they're going to keep her at the plate?
Yeah.
All right.
Strike one. It was close enough to the front of the box. I think that's where it made contact.
Elsberry fans aren't very happy about that one.
No. This one shot past the third baseman, but foul and stopped, and an awkward underhand toss by head coach Rebecca Prowley. I think that's the most awkward I've ever seen Rebecca with a softball in her hand. Taken up high.
You don't have to tell her that, though.
I think I just did. 1-2 the count. And a swing and a miss for the first out. So a strikeout.
I think that I think Addison Steele may have hit a mile marker of some sort. Certain number of strikeouts.
Yep. They'll give her, or take that ball from her, switch it out.
400.
400 strikeouts for Addison Steele. Wow.
Pretty impressive, and big celebration from friends and family and fans.
That's probably
back
another thing they didn't track when you were pitching high school.
Oh, they did.
Did they?
Yep.
How many did you finish with?
It was in the 600s. I don't remember. I do know that I had like a 6. Yeah, I have a 600 on my senior night board that they gave me. I can't remember what the final thing was.
That one low on the first pitch to Hall. She would like to ruin that moment. That one, ooh, nice pitch. That dropped right in toward the knee as it crossed the plate. Called a strike, and it's a 1-1 count. That one is ripped deep and gone. That cleared the fence by 20 feet over the 208 sign. Maddie Hall with the home run to make it a 1-run ball game.
Wow, and we knew that Maddie Hall could do that. She's done it all year long, and man, she had a good shot at it earlier in the game, but she did it there, and man, she is excited.
The explosion at home plate as she stomps on it. All their teammates collapse to the ground, and it's 4-3 Elsberry. Yeah, that kind of ruins the moment on that strikeout.
It does, but that's the second home run we've had this inning.
Yeah.
That's not something you see hardly at all.
It's a boom fest here at Silex. Not the biggest ballpark. I mean, 208, that's pretty shallow as that one goes back to the screen on the first pitch to Ellis. 4-3. They haven't put it on the board here in the ballpark yet. Now they finally do. I think whoever was running the scoreboard went out to the celebration. That one high as well, and maybe Addison a little rattled here after that bomb.
Yeah, you got to come back as a pitcher, settle in, throw a strike. That's the biggest thing. It's just resettling.
Popped up on the infield foul territory. Under it is Koch, and she makes the grab for out number 2. as they cue up the danger zone here for Abigail Mooney. And that one taken off the outside corner for ball one.
One of those very popular songs that you associate with sports, but probably had some resurgence with the latest Top Gun movie that came out.
This one popped up. Coming in on it is the right fielder, and cutting in front of the center fielder Talbot is Bentley Letson to retire the side. Big bomb from Maddie Hall makes it a one-run ball game. We head to the 6th, 4-3 Elsberry on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House and Ameriprise Financial Advisor Tamra Schurter.
Brown's Auto Body on Highway 54 in Louisiana is here for all your auto body needs. They work with all insurance companies and are happy to help you navigate through the process. Brown's Auto Body is also a proud supporter of area athletes, wishing them all the best of luck throughout the season. Call or stop by Brown's Auto Body, just off Highway 54 in Louisiana.
Hi, this is Brock Mitchell, and I am a physical therapist with Advanced Physical Therapy in Bowling Green. At Advanced Physical Therapy, we treat everything from sports injuries to work rehabilitation, arthritis, and post-surgical rehabilitation. This includes spinal care, balance issues, and vestibular treatment. You have a choice when it comes to physical therapy, and we hope you choose Advanced Physical Therapy, conveniently located across from Bowling Green High School on Business 61. Call us today to schedule your next physical therapy appointment at 573-324-6079.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Top of the 6th inning here at Silex High School, and we just had a home run rally, I guess is what we want to call it, in the 5th inning, as both sides had big home runs and a ball to Mackenzie Gladney. So one over the left field fence that was towering, and then you had one over the right field fence that was also towering. But it's a one-run game as Elsberry leads Silex 4-3. Ball number 2 taken by Gladney. Ellis trying to resettle.
Need to get this game resettled.
It's a swinging strike, 2-1.
Kind of got her with the off-speed stuff there. She is singled and struck out today.
It's fouled back to the screen, 2-2.
Pretty good pitch there, riding in on the hands of Gladney.
And with 2 balls to start this count, that's a tough pitch to work in on, and you have to hope that she swings.
Mm-hmm.
2-2 to Gladney. That one's up and out of the zone, 3-2.
Silex needs to stop here. They can't allow Elsberry to get back up by a pair of runs.
The 3-2. This one's fouled. Just trying to win the battle here. Let her defense work as Carly Ellis.
4-3. Elsberry leads. Another one-run ball game involving the Lady Indians. 21-3 on the season, and most of them have been games just like this, tight ones.
Fouled out of play. Just through the hands of an Elsberry fan. Whoever's dad that is, you can talk to them about fundamentals after the game.
Yeah,
he
tried to play it off to the side.
Yeah. They always like to talk to us. You can talk to them. That one is low, taken for a ball. It's a walk issued.
First walk for either side in this ball game. When we saw it in that Bowling Green Clopton game, the only walk in that game came around to score.
Brings in Kenzie Koch, who's had some tough balls hit to her at third base today, but her speed on the base path has helped the Elsberry Indians. She takes strike number 1 from Ellis. No outs, a runner at first base for Elsberry as they lead this game 4-3.
She plays third base aggressively.
That one's grounded foul.
You're going to have a couple that hit the glove wrong if you're doing that. But it's a kind of softball I like to see.
Yeah.
Charged in and
Now letting the hops beat you. You're coming towards it.
Behind in the count, 0-2 is Kenzie Koch.
Ooh. Beautiful pitch, and she catches Koch looking. It's a strikeout for Ellis.
2 strikeouts looking in the past 2 innings for Carly Ellis. She's gotten stronger, I think, with the Talbot home run thrown out of the mix. She's kind of been tougher, especially with 2 strikes the last couple innings.
There's a strike there to start this count off. And, she kind of refocused almost is what it seemed like. Right after that home run from Talbot, she was just hard as nails out there.
Kind of a wake-up call, maybe.
This one is hit foul. It's towering, but it'll get out of the dugout area and out of fair play.
On the third base side, makes it an 0-2 count with 1 out and a runner at first.
The 0-2 pitch. Beautiful changeup, but just missing on that outside corner. 1-2.
That's where you can get someone like Talbot reaching, but she was disciplined that time with 2 strikes and took it for ball 1.
Ellis to Talbot. This one is hit to right center field. Making the catch. Oh, no, it hits off the glove of Weatherford.
Don't see that often. The runner was tagging it first, so she's held to second. But a big error there in center field by Sarah Weatherford. She had a long way to run, but that's a ball that she needs to look into her glove. She may have heard the right fielder, Grunewald, coming.
Yeah, and she got there, and it seemed that she was camped out under it, was ready to make that catch, had her other hand right there. Looked like she was going to be able to secure the ball and almost squeezed too early. So runners at first and second.
May have been looking at that runner at first, too.
It's Bentley Letson at the plate. Great stop there by Gradicke. That ball could have went to the backstop. Retreating back is Talbot and Gladney. Gladney at second base. Talbot at first. This one is a strike. Looked like it was going to carry out of the zone. 1-2.
It missed the target by 6 inches, and that was the groan out of the Elsberry folks, but really it was right down the middle.
Yeah.
Just wasn't the pitch that was called.
This one is hit to the second baseman, Thurlman. She's going to try to go to second, and not there was Mooney. So everyone is safe.
Yep. It just kind of handcuffed. The throw did Abigail Mooney from Rita Thurlman, and now the bases are loaded with just 1 out. That was a tailor-made double play ball.
I'm thinking that Mooney thought that the second baseman, Rita Thurman, was going to go to first. It wasn't hit super hard. It was a one-hopper. That was a line drive. It was just kind of spinning, and I don't think that Mooney was prepared to cover second base. But that brings in Taylor Mooney for the Elsberry Lady Indians. Bases are loaded with 1 out. She takes ball number 1.
We were kind of worried in the warm-ups. Silex looked a little sloppy warming up, taking infield practice, and it has, unfortunately, translated into the game.
This one is hit through the hole. It's going to get to right field. 1 run's going to come across the plate. Now 2. It's Talbot scoring. Gladney and Talbot score. This game has been busted wide open for the Elsberry Indians. Runner at third base and first base, but 2 runs come across the plate with that single to right field.
Yeah, the ball was mishandled out there by Grunewald. So 1 RBI. The second one comes in on an error or E9, and it's 6-3 here in the top of the 6th inning. Six to 3, and back out to talk is Rebecca Prowley. Quick conversation. Just wants to refocus her pitcher. They're going to bring in a pinch runner for Mooney. As soon as I see that number, of course, the ponytail is going to cover up the number. That is number 12. Hardwick for Elsberry.
So trying to resettle here as 2 runs just crossed the plate from a line drive shot to right field. This one is hit to the middle infield, making the catch is Abigail Mooney. Now 2 outs. Runners still at first and third for the Elsberry Indians, who are leading 6-3. And her last at bat, she cleared the fence.
Yeah, Talbot with an absolute bomb out to left field last time up. And she's been kind of all over that side of the field. Flew out to the line there in the first inning. Hit one to the third baseman, her second at bat, and then the bomb.
It's like Williams is all the way back as far as she can go, and she squares to bunt. And taking second base is the pinch runner.
Hardwick.
Runner stays at third.
Runs have come in on an inning with a couple of errors in it.
That one's hit up the middle. 1 run's coming around to score. And here's 2 as they can't seem to pick the ball up in the outfield. That's been an issue for the last couple of plays out there. 8 runs now.
A single and an E8 to allow the second run to come across. So 1 RBI there for Talbot. She's got 2 on the day. Uncharacteristic defense from Silex and a lot of runs on the board for Elsberry.
There's really nothing you can do as a pitcher when balls are put into play. Yeah, they're hitting you hard. They're kind of tagging you. But some of those extra bases that you're seeing and those runs that are coming across the plate are due to error. This one is lined into left center field. Making the stop is Sarah Weatherford, and treating back to the bag as Katie Talbot at second, as she rounded pretty hard and made them think that she might go to third base. But runners at first and second base, that's a single for Maya Plaster.
And the 9th batter of the inning to come up, and Addison Steele. So they've put together some hits with 2 outs.
8-3 is our score. Elsberry is leading Silex. This one carries out of the zone for ball number 1.
First and second, 2 outs.
This one's hit high, could stay, and it gets out of play. So no chance for Maddie Hall, who was trying to end this inning and end this threat. Leave it at 8 runs for her.
Marianne chasing down that ball.
Look at her go.
I mean, not fast, but she went and got it.
At least she did it.
Yeah.
The 1-1 pitch. This one is poked into right field, and it's going to drop. Rita Thurman can't get to it. A run's going to come across the plate for Elsberry. 9-3.
The hit parade continues for the Elsberry Lady Indians in the top of the 6th inning.
So they've scored 5 runs here. So Silex has struggled some with getting past that 5th inning, and typically that's where things kind of go south for them. So
4 hits in the inning, 3 errors by the Lady Owls. And the runs just keep coming for Elsberry as they can taste that solo EMO outright championship.
They do have some work to do, and a swing from Mackenzie Gladney.
She's the 10th batter of the inning. A win for the Lady Indians gives them the outright title over second place Bowling Green.
Another swing there from Gladney, who took her head off the ball, and 2 strikes. The Lady Owls are just looking for an out here to get back in and try to cut this deficit down as they trail by 6 runs. This one is lined to the shortstop, Abigail Mooney. And we are headed to the home half of the the sixth inning. And Elsberry leads Silex 9-3. You're listening to Area High School Softball on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by West End Financial Services, Brown's Auto Body, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
Lynn's Heritage House in Louisiana offers affordable, home-like senior living, enabling your loved ones the independence they want and the services they need. Staffed 24 hours a day with low resident-to-staff ratio and designated areas to visit your loved ones safely, rest assured Lynn's Heritage House provides peace of mind for you and those you love. So if you or someone you know is ready for a retirement home or need care from a hospital stay or surgery, Lynn's Heritage House has rooms ready. Call to set up a tour and visit soon, 754-4020 or visit 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
It is the bottom half of the sixth inning here at Silex High School as they trail the Elsberry Lady Indians in this EMO conference match 9-3. So going into that top half of the sixth inning, it was a completely different ball game as it was 4-3 that Elsberry was leading. But Elsberry went out there and they hit the ball hard. Silex did make some errors. That is some issues there, but they were able to put 5 runs on the scoreboard.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Maybe a little dew in the grass out there. You know, we're kind of down in a valley here. But Silex they had trouble picking the ball up once they got to it in the outfield, and that allowed Elsberry a couple of extra bases and a couple more runs on the board.
So they have some work to do here if they want to stay in this game. Elsberry's sitting in a pretty good spot, though, and they're probably feeling pretty confident going into these last final innings of the game. This one's fouled off at the bat of Tori Mudd for strike number 1. Last inning, we saw Addison Steele reach 400 strikeouts in her career, so celebration in the stands.
Immediately followed by a home run.
That kind of ends the celebration a little quicker.
Yeah.
Somebody blew out your candles.
Yep.
1-1.
Those are my candles.
Let me celebrate. This one is hit hard to the second baseman. Coming up with it and making the throw to first base is Jillian Reller. That is the first out of the bottom half of the sixth inning.
That's why she's in there for her defense as the flex player. And it brings in Gradicke, who doubled back in the second inning.
She moves out of the way of that one. Ball 1.
Almost hit her. It seems like no one wants to take one for the team anymore.
No. I had my fair share of being hit by a pitch. Not the most fun thing to do. She takes ball number 2. But hey, I got on base. Sometimes it led to my team coming around to score. You get to look kind of cool when you go to school the next day.
Big cut.
2-1.
You just got to get go to the Tyler O'Neill school of getting hit by a pitch.
No, he hit the pitch. I don't know what you're talking about. That's a foul ball out of play. 2-2.
So after missing badly with the first 2 pitches, Steele has come back and even this count against the catcher, Sarah Gradicke.
The 2-2 pitch to Gradicke. In the dirt, 3-2.
Bowled that one. That made it about 2 foot outside the circle before it hit the ground.
She's kind of talking to Gladney about the release point, and oops, I'm sorry I made you go chase that one. 3-2. This one is grounded to the third baseman, Cope. She comes across the diamond and makes the out.
Great arm.
Some of the easiest plays to make are sometimes the hardest, especially when you're ahead in this game. And she's had a couple of errors today, so being able to settle in and make that throw to first base and get the out there probably boosted her confidence quite a bit. 2 outs. It's Taya Williams at the plate for the Owls.
1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Swung and missed on the first one.
That one's out of the zone. 1-1.
Elsberry up by 6. Bases empty, 2 outs.
Big swing there from Williams, who I think is just looking to make something happen here.
Mm-hmm.
Not really watching where the ball's going, but swinging the bat and hoping something happens. Ball out of the zone.
Pretty good pitch there, as Williams has been chasing on the first 2 swings and misses.
2-2 with 2 outs. And this one is lined to left field. It's a single for Williams. Throwing the ball in is Talbot's Plaster.
Solid hit there for the number 8 hitter, and it'll bring in Haley Grunewald.
Sun's going down. Lights are coming on here.
Almost time to put the jacket back on.
Fouled back to the screen for strike number 1.
That got a reaction out of the folks behind home plate.
Caught him that time.
Williams the runner at first with 2 outs.
This one's fouled.
Kind of a half swing there for Grunewald.
Her last at bat, she had that half swing that caused some trouble as well on the defense.
Mm-hmm. Chokes up here with 2 strikes.
This one's fouled. That was a great swing there to stay in this at bat by Grunewald. And that ball was carrying outside of the zone, so to get a bat on it was impressive.
That was probably her best swing today.
The 0-2 pitch. Taken for a ball in the dirt.
Good take.
Not a bad idea by Steele, who was trying to change the eye level, and looked like she took something off of that one. The runner on first base is Taya Williams. This one is hit high and foul. It gets down. So another life for Grunewald.
About 15 foot behind the coach's box on the third base side. Ball and 2 strikes.
That was a great eye there from Grunewald as she took that ball on the outside corner of the plate, 2-2. But it is a tough one to take with the size of the strike zone today.
Mm-hmm.
The 2-2 pitch. This one is hit high in the air. Making the catch is Kinsey Koch. It was in foul territory. We are headed to the 7th inning here at Silex High School. It's 9-3. Elsberry leads this one. You're listening to Area High School Softball on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House and Ameriprise Financial Advisor Tamra Scherter.
Do you have questions about your retirement? Ameriprise Financial Advisor Tamra Scherter can help. With the exclusive Confident Retirement Approach, we will work together to develop a retirement roadmap to get you where you want to go. Call Tamra Scherter today at 573-324-6777. Office is located at 1214 East Champ Clark Drive, Suite B in Bowling Green, Missouri. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It is the 7th inning here at Silex High School in this EMO conference match as Elsberry leads the Silex Lady Owls 9-3. Waiting for the field umpire to make his way back to the field to do his job. Looked like maybe he was getting a drink or something and was a little bit behind. Ball in the outside corner.
So it'll be Koch, Talbot, and Letson here in the 7th. For Elsberry, who is in the driver's seat in this game and driver's seat for an EMO conference title.
on the outside corner. That one's a strike this time, 1-1. So Silex looking to get in and out of this top half of the seventh so they can get in and try to score some runs as they trail by 6 runs. That one's taken for a ball, 2-1. So carrying a little bit too far out of the zone, but when we move it back towards the meat of the plate, that's where Ellis has had some issues today.
Mm-hmm.
The 2-1 pitch to Koch. This one is chopped to the third baseman. Coming up with the throw, it's Tori Mudd. That's the first out of the inning. She is a solid piece of the Silex defense.
Yeah, she's been rock steady today. Handled every chance she's gotten. Bright spot on a kind of cloudy day for the Silex D.
Brings Talbot to the plate, and she swings at that one. Strike number 1.
She's singled, reached on an air, and struck out today. It was her fly ball to center that went off the glove of Weatherford that really started that 10-batter 6th inning. Top of the 6th for Elsberry, where they broke this game open.
The 0-2 pitch to Talbot. That one's out of the zone, 1-2. Just one out here. As Talbot digs back in, she's on the right-hand side, and this one chopped foul. Tori Mudd acted like she wanted to go and get it, but it goes all the way down to left field. Taya Williams will pick it up and toss it back in.
Still a 1-2 count to Katie Talbot.
That one gets off the glove of Gradicke. 2-2.
One out and the base is empty. Ground out to third by Koch.
Fouled. Goes into the Elsberry Lady Indians dugout, hits the door.
That hit the jug they sit on.
That'll make you kind of jump out of your seat.
That was right off of Levi's chair. Good thing he's in the third base box.
Going down swinging is Talbot. So that's out number 2. As seems that Ellis and the Silex defense is kind of settled back in this inning.
A hole in his bucket.
I've got a hole in my bucket. Dear Liza, dear Liza.
Yeah, there you go.
There,
Bring in Letson.
It's ball number 1, carried outside of the zone. It seems that Ellis is trying to take her curveball to her advantage here and use it as much as she can, and that one just carried a little too far. 2 outs. The top of the 7th inning as that one is in the dirt. 2 balls to Letson.
Missed outside, missed inside. She's going high or low with this one.
I'm thinking she's going to try to sit a fastball right on the outside corner.
Missed inside again.
It's ball 3. You don't want to put anybody on here. You want to try to get back in as quickly as you can. And don't give them the advantage of trying to get another run, possibly scoring. And that's ball number 4. So a walk to Letson.
4-pitch walk at that. It looked like Carly was working on her nail in between pitches there.
Sometimes you can develop a blister or something, or maybe you broke a nail, however it may be, but pitching is a little rough on your hands sometimes.
Whether it be softball or baseball. She's been gnawing on it a little bit here and there.
There's 2 outs, runner at first base. It's Taylor Mooney at the plate, and that's a strike to Mooney.
Mooney singled back in the 2nd, flew out to right in the 4th and singled and scored in the 6th.
This one is grounded to the shortstop. Abigail Mooney coming to second base and making the out. And that is how we will head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Silex has some work to do as they trail 9-3 to Elsberry. You're listening to Area High School Softball on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by West End Financial Services, Brown's Auto Body, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, infant through adult immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
Follow Area High School Sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
Silex has some work to do, but they're at a good point of their lineup as they're at the top. It'll be Weatherford, Thurman, Hall, and then if any of them get on, it'll be Ellis. But 6 runs is a steep asking from those defensive errors that they had, but they're going to have to do it if they want to stay in this one. Elsberry looking to clinch their EMO Conference Championship here to be the outright champions. They've hit the ball well today and made their way around the bases pretty well to put up 9 runs against Silex. Steal to Weatherford. Finding a hole through Koch's glove is Weatherford, and she's safe at first base. That'll be a way that they start this inning. Makes you feel pretty good and gives you some momentum to start the game.
Koch, I think, thought that ball was going to bounce up. It just stayed on the ground, snuck under her glove.
Bunting, and it goes foul as Thurman. That one was in the air almost long enough that I think somebody could have caught it, so she's lucky. Oh.
Yeah, Hall, coming in was the first baseman, Mooney.
They're going to call Thurman out, saying that she made contact out of the box.
Okay.
So that is the first out. Brings in Maddie Hall, who's hit a home run today. She's had a double. She's really been this Silex offense.
A batter's interference and a strike taken by Hall.
Weatherford at first, 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Up in the zone, 1-1.
Popped out to short, a double and a home run.
This one's fouled. It'll get out of play.
Off the top of the Elsberry dugout, 1-2.
Maddie Hall steps back in the box. She's a left-handed hitter, and she's a power hitter for Silex. She's had Steele's number today. 2-2.
Went way outside of. I look for her to go in on the hands again, see if she can induce that infield pop-up. Went outside with it again.
It's fouled out of play. 2-2. They'll try it again. One out. Silex trails Elsberry by 6 runs. It's 9-3. It's the bottom of the 7th inning.
Waving off her coach.
The 2-2 pitch. This one's in the dirt. 3-2. Good stop by Gladney. Doesn't let that ball get any further, and Weatherford advanced to second. She stays at first. The 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. So runners at first and second now for Silex.
Is that the first walk issued by Steele today?
I believe it is. Which, if you're going to walk someone, well, I think Hall was the one that was going to make you do it. Brings in Carly Ellis. She takes ball number 1 on the outside corner.
She has doubled and scored today. Struck out in the first and fouled out to the third baseman. Her last at bat in the 5th inning.
This one's fouled and hits the screen. 1-1. So somebody else who's dangerous is at the plate as Ellis can power through 1. Got some speed on the bases with Weatherford. Runners at first and second. This one fouled out of play.
Hey, there's a good barehanded catch.
Just one hand, too.
Yeah.
1-2.
Ooh, good pitch.
And she catches her looking. That was a fantastic pitch. I didn't know if umpire was going to call it, as that's been kind of one of those pitches that have gone both ways tonight. But as a looking strikeout for Ellis, so 2 outs. And the Elsberry Lady Indians are just 1 out away from becoming EMO Conference champions. Ball number 1 taken by Abigail.
If we had StatCast, that would have been right on the corner. It was beautiful.
Good pitch by Steele. This one's grounded. It's foul.
Wasn't much foul.
No.
Good job by Mooney to sit back and wait on it and hope it maybe would come back into fair territory and she could step on the bag and win this ball game.
Abigail Mooney is at the plate for Silex. 2-1. 2 outs. Runners at first and second base. Silex has some work to do still. This one is poked to right field. It's a single. Coming around to score is Weatherford, and at third base is Maddie Hall. So that's 9-4. Silex is still trailing Elsberry, but not by as many now.
A little bit closer.
5 runs is still pretty steep, but they have the potential to do it. It's Tori Mudd at the plate. Off speed. Catches her swinging there. So that's strike 1.
Tough luck day for Mudd today. Struck out in the second. Flew out to left or right, however, in the third inning, and then grounded out to the second baseman her last at bat.
She had a long foul ball there. I think it went over there towards the baseball field. She digs back in. The 0-2 pitch, curveball, and Steele and Gladney wanted it. They were ready to do a little bit of a celebration, I think.
That was 4 inches off the plate, though, but I thought that Mr. Martinson might ring her up.
The 1-2 pitch. Swinging is Mudd, and this game will come to an end. It's 9-4. Elsberry are your EMO Conference champions for 2022. They are the outright champions, as they are now 10-0 in conference. We'll break this game down when we come back for the post-game show on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 post-game show is coming up.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports come health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green, Clopton, and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Casey Sutton, certified athletic trainer with Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri. Member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 post-game show on KJFM.
Well, the Elsberry Lady Indians are the outright 2022 EMO Conference champions, and they were able to do it in a pretty big fashion today. You had a home run from Talbot. You had some people that were coming up pretty big throughout the course of the game, and you had some hits that were going to the wall. And I think if you're Coach Yasna, you can't be any prouder of your athletes in the way they performed today.
And they must like him because, National Coaches Day, they They get the EMO Conference Championship outright, something that they've shared a part of the last couple of seasons. And it's all thanks to a big 5-run 6th inning where Silex's defense cracked a little bit, and Elsberry always takes advantage when there's a hole left open.
Yes, and so if you can get runners in scoring position to do the things that you want them to do, they're going to come around to score. They're one of those clutch teams, and they're a championship team. They've had some district championships, some EMO conference championships. They've come up where they're one game away from state. They know what it's like to perform in those situations. So Elsberry comes out on top of this one today. Addison Steele picked up strikeout number 400 today, which is also pretty big in your final regular season game. And we prepare for districts next week. But we saw some good out of the Silex Lady Owls as well.
Yeah, they were hitting the ball well today, running the bases. It was the defense that really backed them up against a wall today, and that's got to tighten up. It looked like, and from what I've seen, an off day for the Silex team defensively, but they've got to tighten up going into a district they're hosting next week.
We'll take a break, then we'll go over some of the different things that we'll be seeing next week as these teams are, we have Silex hosting the district, and Elsberry will be in a new district this year. We'll have all of that for you and more on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House and Ameriprise Financial Advisor Tamra Scherter.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Bowie General Services of Farber is ready to help you with all your lawn and landscaping needs. Or maybe you are needing firewood. They offer that as well. Bowie General Services is your reliable contractor in Audrain, Pike, and the surrounding counties.
Hi, this is Dalton Bowie. Give us a call today for a free quote on your next project or to schedule lawn maintenance. 573-470-5354. Or visit our Facebook page, Bowie General Services.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Well, Elsberry came on top on this one. It was 9-4 that they defeated the Silex Lady Owls, and so they're your outright EMO conference champions here in 2022, and not celebrating on their home field, but a reason to celebrate.
And close enough to their home field. It's just right down the road.
Right across the highway. But it was a good match here, and we saw a lot of good things out of both teams going into district play, which will kick off next week. And Silex will be the host again for their district, and they'll be hosting here, obviously. And they're playing in the semifinal round, so they didn't have enough teams to have that really opening round. So they win one game. Then they'll be in the championship, back to where they were last year, where they saw Van Far. This year, they have the potential of seeing Clopton or Van Far for that game.
Yeah, Clopton will take on Van Far in the early game on October 11th. That's a 5 o'clock start. Clopton, the 1 seed in this district. And then Silex will take on Community in the 2-3 matchup. That's the 7 o'clock game on October the 11th. And as far as Elsberry's district, they're up at Monroe City and at 22-3 on the season and an undefeated conference championship. They're the 3 seed.
Yeah, it was some kind of odd seeding when you look up there, and there are some teams that are definitely powerhouse teams, you would say, but it's definitely going to be very, very hard to make it through that district, and it's going to be a fight to make it out as district championships.
Monroe City, the number 1 seed, and everyone agrees on that. They are back on top this season, a storied program up there. The 2 seed belongs to Highland. They'll take on Mark Twain on the 12th at 5:30. The early game is the 4-5 matchup between the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs, who could surprise some people in that district as well. They'll take on South Shelby, the 5 seed. And then the late game on the 12th is Elsberry and Clark County in that 3-6 matchup.
Yes, and we will have all those games headed your way right here on Eagle 102. But we wrap up the regular season of softball. As we mentioned earlier, it seems like it went by us so quickly, but it's definitely been a good season full of some one-run games and then some games like today where you're seeing that long ball and everybody's hitting the ball. So some good things going into districts for both teams.
Yeah, what is the ceiling? Like a month and 2 weeks? And you fit 25 games into that.
Oh yeah,
that is a heck of a quick season, but a great effort by Addison Steele and the Elsberry Lady Indians to win this ball game and win that conference title.
So the Elsberry Lady Indians defeat the Silex Lady Owls. It was 9-4, and Elsberry is your EMO conference champions this year as they pose for some pictures right after the game and lots of senior stuff. Looks like they've been handed out. So we'll wrap this one up, and next time you hear from softball, it'll be district action on Eagle 102. From Maddie Ingram and Mark Bronick, good night, everybody.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio. With studios in Louisiana and Bowling Green, this is Eagle 102 KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, KJFM Radio, Eagle 102.